but in the waffle competition, originally from Victoria, of course.
Young Kobe out of Beacons.
Vic Country. They merge with it again out of the middle. Here's Stevens. Skies it to half forward.
And the Western Bulldogs, only enough games though for the Crows to make his son Tyler eligible under father-son rules.
205 all up for Scott with the three clubs, 306.
An All-Australian at under 16 level, Tyler Welsh, in his first game.
Beautiful hands from Ashton Moyer, ranging out at half forward. Lual chops it off to his Rebels teammate in Steve. Onto him was Dersma. Rips the footy away. Stevens went look. And buzzing around there was James to be right in the right place at the right time. Win the footy back for Country. Rifles a kick inside the 50 for Vic Country. McCabe will be part of bringing it out, but straight to Stevens. Of course, missed all of last year with an ACL injury, George Stevens. Played defence, midfield. Such an imposing physical presence. Good power in that right foot kick. And working his way.
Close to the line. It's Reed trying to keep it alive, and now Stevens with a flying shot on goal.
See him go through the middle. Seen what? Martin. Comparison between the two players.
They might have turned it over. Reed, another fend off. Delarue, short kick, just a required distance. And George Stevens this time can have a look at the big sticks.
And unselfish there, team-oriented Harley Reid on that occasion. He could have gone for the shot and tried to take them all on, but no, gave it off. Team-first approach and helped set up this goal, or shot at goal from George Stevens.
This last year with an ACL injury, George Stevens, a member of the AFL Academy. No problems with that. It's a bounce and passes over his head. Works out nicely. Stevens, lovely delivery.
Movement still in him.
Both of these teams have shown their wares early on. South Australia hold a 5-point lead as we get going here in the second half. Immediately, Lucas.
Doing great things so far. And back to Di Mattia, Shifter, you mentioned his cricketing abilities. He's also a natural leader. Harley Reid's got the captaincy for Vic Country, but there's high raps on Di Mattia's leadership.
Yeah, and I think it must have been a bit of a choice for him because his cricket is very, very good. Playing for Victorian and Australian squad as well.
Into the face of Lual.
You can't actually see him as a midfielder and half-forward prospect, but nice to see that versatility.
That when you're a forward, all well and good to kick them, but if you can be involved in setting them up.
Very, very exciting for the Crows.
Shelley, Rankin, Phil Thorpe and Welsh. I'd have that forward line, I reckon. You'd be pretty happy with that. Here's George Stevens out of the middle of the ground. Bangs it inside.
Dominated midfield from the get-go, and he's really lifted and taken his handful under 18 form into the National Carnival.
Just loved his power out of centre.
50 is Delarue.
Oh.
Tumbles the ball back the other way. Gee, that's a big tackle. And Stevens will win a free kick. Not someone I'd want to run into, George Stevens. He is an imposing prospect. Asia's thrown down. Stevens gives it.
Cavalry arrives, Ship. Nice kick to Stevens.
Just led them a merry dance there to Kobe Ship. He's got some tricks. 19 disposals for him. Lual's turned it over, comes back the other way. Stevens did well to affect the kick.
Boys that maybe that come in as a warm favourite, the Vic Country boys, but the SA younger brigade have really put it to them.
Cup, no under-16 championships in 2021, so still very much finding their feet. Stevens hasn't wasted any time finding his feet.